Construction is an exciting industry. It is constantly changing as projects move on and jobs get done. As a result of this, a construction site is one of the most dangerous environments to work in. But many accidents that occur on sites can be avoided. So in this film, find out what the site must do and what you must do to stay healthy and safe at work. When you arrive for your first day on a site, it won't be the first day for everyone. Before any work begins, the site management team will have been planning and preparing the site for your arrival. It is their job to ensure that you can do your job safely and efficiently. So what are 5 key things the site should do for you? When you arrive, you should be greeted and welcomed by someone on site. And if you're not, then make your presence known to site management. You need to know who is in charge, and they need to know who is working on or visiting their site. You may be asked to sign in or report to someone in charge when you arrive. You should also let someone know or sign out if you're leaving. Once you've introduced yourself, you will be given a site induction. This is a legal requirement to give you basic information so that you can work safely on site. You may be asked to watch a video or look at a presentation. It is important that you understand what is said during the induction. If there's something you're not sure about, don't be afraid to ask for more information. If you have not been to the site for a while, you need to be sure that you're up to date. Check with site management whether you need a briefing or a further induction. Whether you're just starting out or have decades of experience, every job is different. So it's very important that the site induction is specific to your site. You should be told about any specific areas of danger and what site rules are in place to control these. You will be told who the managers are on site and what arrangements are in place for emergencies. You will also find out what to do if there is a fire or if you need to sound an alarm. It may sound basic, but there must be good welfare facilities. You must also be able to take a break somewhere that is warm and dry. Evidence shows that there are fewer incidents and accidents on sites where the workers are actively involved in health and safety. Your opinions and ideas are important, so make them heard. Whatever the size of your site, there should be many opportunities to do this. For example, directly with managers through a daily briefing or through suggestion boxes. Managers should let you know how best to do this on your site. Construction sites are constantly changing and unplanned activities can be a major cause of accidents. The more up to date you are about what's happening on site, the more you can understand the dangers. The best sites keep their people informed on daily activities. Is there a hazards board on your site? Is it regularly updated? Your site management must be telling you what's going on a regular basis. So, to recap, your site must know when you are on site, give you a site induction, give you site-specific information, encourage communication, and keep you up to date. Your site should be doing all it can to keep you and your colleagues safe. If it isn't, say something and work together to make it better. Site management will have planned ahead to make work on site as safe as possible for you. But once the work begins, it's up to every individual to take responsibility for carrying out the plan safely. This means following the guidelines set out, but also means being alert to the continuing changes on site. So what will the site expect from you? Site rules are there to minimise the risk of particularly hazardous activities, such as moving vehicles and handling flammable substances. Moving traffic on site is a major cause of accidents, so often rules will cover issues like how to walk through the site, where to park, and how to behave when you see a moving vehicle. They will also tell you things like where you can smoke and remind you to tidy equipment away when it is not in use. These may feel restrictive, but they've been put in place for a reason. If that reason is not clear to you, ask for more information. Otherwise, follow the rules to stay safe. Every task carried out on a site is unique and will have its own dangers, for instance, working at height or manual handling. The site management team will put in place a plan to avoid or minimise the dangers before the start of work. The plan may be written down in a risk assessment, a method statement, or a task sheet. This will tell you what to do, the skills needed, what to wear, what tools to use, and what the dangers are. You should contribute to the planning process using your experience and knowledge. For example, before working at height, which is a high-risk activity, you must consider: is the access suitable for what you need to do? Do you have the right tools? Do you have the right protective equipment? Does it fit? And is it comfortable? Once you're at work, you must apply your training, skills, and common sense to your tasks at all times. For example, if you're building a wall, you may have to move heavy loads, but you must not put your health and body in danger to do this. Make sure you move the load as safely as possible, as you will have been trained to do. And if you're not sure how to, then you must ask for advice. Equally, it is important to be aware of the dangers to those around you. For example, if someone working with you is not wearing the correct protective equipment for a certain activity, tell them so. Acting responsibly will benefit both you and your colleagues. In our industry, saying no is not easy. We are fixers and doers. We can do. However, a significant number of accidents on sites happen when people are doing things that they are not comfortable with. For example, many workers have been harmed by not knowing how to identify asbestos. If you think there's any likelihood that there may be asbestos present where you are working, you must stop work and seek advice. If you're not properly trained, equipped, or briefed, or if the situation around you changes, the result could be an accident. Trust your instinct. If things feel beyond your control or dangerous, or if you see someone else working unsafely, stop the work immediately and inform site management why you have done so. You might prevent an injury or save a life. Your employer should be supportive if you do this, because you have the right to say no and a responsibility to not walk by. If your job requires you to have specific training to enable you to do it safely, then it is your employer's responsibility to provide it. But to really get the best out of your career, you should keep learning about developments in machinery, equipment, regulations, and training. This will not only give you greater confidence and understanding, but will also ensure you remain healthy and safe. So, to recap, you must respect site rules, Safely prepare each task. Do each task responsibly. Know when to stop. And keep learning. Construction is so much more than bricks and mortar. The work we do improves the world around us. It's time for us to work together to build a safer and better industry.